Hi, my name is Dawn Marie Ikes, and I'm coming to you today on behalf of The Balanced Body. I'm a physical therapist and co-owner of 2 physical therapy clinics in Southern California called Core Conditioning, where we integrate Pilates, gyrotonic, and physical therapy into a wellness setting. So today what we're going to be looking at is an exercise that we commonly use for both pregnant clients who are experiencing lumbopelvic instability, low back pain, low back tightness, and also women in the immediate postpartum period. It's an exercise that's designed to reorient the connection to the abdominal musculature and to also provide a little bit of scapular stability integrated with some pelvic stabilization work. So Andrea, what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and come on into quadruped on the reformer. I'm going to have her knees against the headrests and her arms on the frame. Notice that her hands are directly under her shoulders and her hips are directly over her knees. I have her on one red spring in the most lengthened position on the reformer to give her a good amount of resistance for the exercise as it progresses. But also I want to be cognizant that if this is too challenging for her, I can drop the spring tensions down based on how well she's able to maintain her alignment. One of the things that we want to look at with any client, but particularly with pregnancy, is really taking clients out of an upright standing position and putting them in varying positions and then having them have to find neutral pelvic positioning and a neutral spinal alignment. So this is a perfect opportunity for us to use a dowel to try to have these 3 points in contact with it. So Andrea, I'm going to actually have you close your ribs a little bit and arch your back a smidge more. Good. So she has, and bring your head forward. Nope, the other way. Bring your head down, down, tuck your chin. Perfect. So now she has 3 points of contact, giving her a nice spinal alignment. And I'm actually just going to bring you there out of the top of your head, but tuck your chin forward. So now what I'm going to have her do is let her stomach completely relax towards down the floor. Then she's going to inhale. As she exhales, I'm going to have her draw her navel up towards her spine without losing those curves. Good. Inhale, relax the stomach, let the belly completely relax, and exhale as you draw it back up towards this area of your back. Good. 2 more times, and what we're looking for here is that she's able to maintain the position, she's able to isometrically contract the transverse abdominis without changing any of the support structures within her body in this body position. So now what I'm going to have her do, same exact movement, but now she's going to add drawing the hips towards her shoulders. She's going to inhale to prepare. As she exhales, maintaining all of this, she's just going to flex from the hips and bend the knees towards the shoulders without any of her spinal alignment changing. And slowly come back. Good. Inhale again, and exhale. As you draw the knees in, draw the navel up towards the spine. Good. 1 more time. Inhale, exhale. Draw the knees in, and slowly return back. Good. Now, a variation on this exercise will integrate the obliques. So I'm actually going to have her take her right hand and reach it over her left hand. Turn your palm this way. There you go. So I want to make sure that she's not getting too much internal rotation in her shoulders, which is why I'm having her turn one hand with the thumb pointed in the opposite direction of the other hand, because I want this nice outer spiraling of her shoulders. She's also going to try to maintain the spinal position. She's going to inhale and exhale, draw the knees in. Bending from the hips and slowly release. Good. And again, and there's a nice wrap, draw the knees in around the front of the obliques. And 1 more. And this is an exercise that obviously would not necessarily be appropriate for a pregnant client, but it could be utilized for a postpartum client. And come back to quadruped and go ahead and sit back on your knees. So depending on what your goals are with the client that you're working with, you can either do it in a straight plane or come across to do it in an oblique plane to get the oblique musculature involved. And this is a particularly great exercise in terms of reorganizing the body after it's either had a surgical procedure or a birthing procedure, something that has wreaked a little bit of havoc on the abdominal wall and the pelvic floor musculature. So it's a nice way to kind of organize everything, reorient the body, and re-educate it as to what it needs to do to hopefully provide a more appropriate environment for the back and pelvis. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.